Ashley is 35?
36.
36. What generation are you?
Millennial.
You're a millennial. I am 29. What am I?
You're on the cusp.
We're a millennial.
Yeah.
We're millennials?
Anything after, I think, 97 or 98 is considered Gen Z.
Jed and I are the
Yeah, you
the
just
same
made it because it's
grade.
ends at 96.
Yeah.
What would Terry be then? Hey, Terry, what are you real quick?
Honestly, I don't know. I was just born in 2001, though.
Let's
So
Google
she is
that.
Gen X.
She's Gen X?
Or I'm sorry, it's Gen Z because they're
She's Gen Z.
2000s.
And then
early
what are
2000s.
like 18-year-olds?
Oh, they just gave them a name. What was it? Hold on. Gen Out. Is it
Gen Alpha?
So
Gen Beta? That's what it is.
This is what I want to know. Who is the worst generation? Because I was talking to one of our coworkers who's just, the greatest, right? Mary Weber.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, hey, I got something for you to talk about. She always gives me good stuff. She's like, you got to talk about generations and why, I'm a boomer and I hate Gen Zers. And I'm like, oh my God, it's funny you say that. I've had that written down because my girlfriend complains about them. My girlfriend's a manager, and at her place of business, there are some Gen Zers, and she said that they'll quit the job without plans after. They just quit because they're like, I don't really feel like working. And, they don't have a work ethic. Now, I'll say this. It's kind of tough to say Gen Zers suck or they don't have a work ethic.
Yeah.
Because Terry's a Gen Zer, and she's one of the hardest workers I know. She got 45 jobs. She does all of that. So I'm just curious, who is the worst generation? I want to hear from Ashley right after we hear from Alicia. Alicia, worst generation.
Hands down the boomers.
Boomers. Okay, boomer. Hey, what generation are you, Alicia?
I consider myself a zillennial, so Gen Z and millennial cusper.
Look at you go. What age is that?
I'm 28, so I would say between 27 and 29 right now.
Oh, beautiful. Me too, then. We're cuspers. And so boomers, why? They complain, they're angry, old. What is it? They get discounts at the Old Country Buffet. What is it?
All of that, yes. And also, I feel like they don't really care about anything until it affects them. So they're just like, whatever.
I agree.
Yeah, but couldn't you argue that's the same thing for Gen Zers?
They care about everything.
I feel like they're a little bit better about it because they see the boomers.
Interesting. I like this. Samantha, you say everything after millennials, so that would be Gen Z. What would the other ones be?
Gen Alpha is the one that's right after Gen Z.
Alpha males?
Yeah. And then Gen Beta is the one that is starting this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Samantha, everyone younger, douchebags.
Just, they're entitled. They have no respect. Well, more the alphas now have no respect. Gen Zers are more entitled. The alphas are more emotional, more mental health.
Gen Zers, we've got it the toughest because, our parents could buy a house for $7. They got paid a reasonable wage.
Didn't have to go into student loan debt.
Yeah, for us, it's we've got debt. We can't afford anything. We can't even buy,
but that makes it more resilient.
It's impossible to get it. I have...
It built character.
I bank with Chase Bank.
Right. That's how I feel. We're like the last generation, the millennials, that can be...
Completely. Yeah, we don't have anything. Samantha, thank you. I bank with Chase Bank. That's the only one I have my money with, and it is impossible to get anything. I want the interest rates on everything. It's I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
So I rob people.
No, you do not.
I rob everyone.
But going back to that first caller, I can't remember her name. It's definitely the boomers. Definitely the boomers.
Hey, Sierra, you are the first qualifier for the Joe Show's Diamonds and Dinners.
Yeah!
Sierra, you and your boyfriend are in college, right?
Yes, we are.
So you are a Gen Zer.
Yes, we are Gen Z.
Who is the worst generation? Because you just said, one of you's going to school to be a doctor, the other one's going to school to be a bank robber. Who is the worst generation?
I'd have to say the new generation. I think it's either alpha or beta. They're just tied to those phones. They can't do anything.
Yeah,
they don't know how to socially interact. They don't.
Electronics.
Sierra,
I have so many siblings.
Sierra, when you hear that Gen Zers stink, what is your argument for your generation?
We're the new generation. We are the future. We're in our prime right now. We're getting ready to be the next leaders. So I think they should be a little bit more encouraging.
I like this. Sierra, I can't wait to meet you and your boyfriend Friday morning.
Yes, we're so excited.
Would you guys say that you work really well as a team?
Yes, we do.
When's the last time you guys had an argument?
Maybe a few weeks ago.
And what was that argument over?
Honestly, they're not really big arguments. It's just about, stupid stuff that people get in arguments about.
Good.
Well, let's hope that on Friday you guys can remain cool and not argue, because we're going to test your relationship in a major way. I'm going to put you on hold so Terry can get your final information and all of that. Boomers, Gen Z, no one's saying millennials.
Yeah, because we live.
Shout out to my parents for having me. That's what I got to say. 93.3 FLZ.